All right, Shalom. First and
Hey,
foremost,
Shalom.
I'd like to give all praises and highest honors to Yahweh, Bahashem,
Bashim Yazra,
Yahweh Shai,
Hashem Kokodos.
Barak HaKodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to you few brothers of the hopeful elect that preach, teach, and prophesy His word, truth, and sincerities. As you know, we are basically enduring into the last of days through the wickedness of this world and the different devices that are in it. We are not saved. We are enduring to the end. And one of the things that is very relevant right now is knowing the name of the Heavenly Father and His Son and enduring all of the hell that we go through, because we are all going to go through some hell right now in this wicked place. So,
Right, and we almost out of here too.
almost up out of this piece, man. Hey, because right now, I mean, the brothers was talking about we need new bodies, amongst other things, because we've been in this toxic
Con,
environment so long. It's been depleting us of nutrients. Even when you put nutrients in your body, you work out. We are in a state of constant cell death, or oxy. What was it? Was it apoptosis? It means cell death. I forgot what it's called, but nonetheless, we have to have more faith now than ever. And so the Heavenly Father is putting us all in situations where, He's producing results. If He got to take you through this and through that to increase your faith for this next wave of wickedness, then that's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's really because no chastening at first feels good, but it serves a purpose at the end of the day. So right now, what we want to go into is something called the mother trap. The mother trap. What is the mother trap? The mother trap is basically the so-called white man Esau Edom weaponizing the system to separate a nuclear household. Once that nuclear household is separated, the ending result is the mother ends up with the children, and the father is actually supposed to be the head, the leader of the family. She is heavily persuaded by this kingdom to follow the customs of this kingdom. And that goes all the way back to Willie Lynch, the Willie Lynch era, where they brought in Willie Lynch to basically break the slaves like horses, to break you so-called Negroes like horses and breed you like horses, and basically use the techniques they use on animals, which was called chattel slavery, to basically set up the household or put us in a predicament that we are now in these households, single mother households. And that is basically one of the worst things that you can place a child into, is a single mother household. She can have all the love in the world, but this is outside of having a father, a responsible father that wants to be in their children's life. The best case
um,
scenario is
I got a quick scripture for you, real quick,
uh,
real quick.
come on.
Deuteronomy 28:41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
Woo!
I mean,
And
I
part of that
think that's
captivity,
self-explanatory.
that's right. That's right. Because part of that captivity is being taken from the father, which in all actuality, when
Hmm.
it comes down to the bloodline, that child really belongs to the father. And in that bloodline, usually you will have the father's side of the family is alienated, but the mother's side is embraced. And usually, when the mother's side of the family is embraced over the father's side, a lot of the times that child feels left out, because when we're forced to indulge in the mother's side, a lot of the times, you get a good amount of rejection that the son, especially if it's a boy, that the child feels, because you are DNA wise, you are a attached to the father's side of the family. And so that's completely cut off most of the time. And so that's part of the mental scarring that happens, and it starts when you're a child and it carries on into your adulthood. All the traumatic events that we've had in our lives usually starts when you are a child, and you carry those on into your adulthood to this very day, you know, and it's a subconscious thing, and it's really nothing that you can do about it but to endure it. But to endure it, you have to have an understanding of the source of this damage. And so in this video, what we want to do is just go into detail of the mother trap that this place is set up, especially the black mother trap that's been set up to separate the children, and the vernacular that they use to justify it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
Not getting no job. If you go get a job, they're gonna take my Section 8. Then you won't be able to get no Section 8. You're not going to get no job. They're gonna count your income against my Section 8 and my link card. You're not working. No. So I don't care what you got to say. I don't care how you feel. You're not working. You're not going to get a job. You're not going to school. You're not doing none of that shit.
But Ma, I'm saying how I'm supposed to be successful in life, Ma. So you basically telling me I gotta be broke to be successful. I gotta be broke so I can get Section 8.
You gotta be
so
broke so the government can help you.
So the government can help me. So you telling me I can't work no job, bro? Like that's like all my friends got jobs and live in nice houses. So you telling me I got to go through the same thing you went through?
If you don't do any of that, they're going to take my Section 8.
How?
And I'm
won't
trying
they be
to tell
like?
you
Won't
that
they
you
be?
can go get yours like ease. You can go get a
They will
nice house.
no. They will look at that and be like, he's doing something and give me a bigger house, Ma. That's what you told me.
Where I'm gonna go? I don't have no job.
I can get off your Section 8 and apply for my own Section 8.
But if you do that, you're gonna have to go the hard way. It's gonna take a long.
So what? That's what I'm
Wait
saying.
a few months, get on Section 8, find you a nice apartment, go get you a link card. You will be fine. You don't have to sit up and work. You don't have to work no job. The government is here to help us.
See, this is a primary example of good times make weak men make hard times. All right, we are in the midst of hard times. Hard times make strong men. Strong men make good times make weak men. That's the cycle. Right now, we are in the cycle of hard times. Good times make weak men, and we transfer into weak men make hard times. So this is the primary example of why this is relevant, because this is the type of treatment that these generations, like my mom never taught me no shit like that. My mom never said no goofy ass shit like you need to get on Section 8. No, she always, if anything, and I'm pretty sure the brothers can agree with me on this, but in the era that we came up with, a lot of the times your mother or your father, somebody would tell you that you need to get a trade. Remember them trade schools where you can learn to be a plumber or a car mechanic or something? Yeah, y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
My mom used to always say, "Hey, if you don't want to go to school, you should go get a trade or something."
All our parents used to always tell us that go get a trade.
Yes.
That was the best way to start making money quick.
Yes. And then it's a career. It's something that it's a career that you can carry for the rest of your life. Like that's a residual income. Look at Joseph. Joseph had a trade that he taught to Yahushua. Yahushua, I'm pretty sure, knew carpentry, but he wasn't a carpenter because he was called to push his word. But by trade,
you know what though?
What's going on?
This woman has an able body. This woman has an able body, and she's able to do something, and she just don't want to do nothing.
Just don't want to do it.
And she's trying to teach her son not to. I got a quick scripture. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 8. There shall be confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and minstrous women shall bring forth monsters.
So, right, these wild beasts, the migration patterns of these animals because of 5G alone and the chemtrails is fucked all the way up.
Yeah. And these menstruous women, you know, like you seen in this video, this menstruous woman is trying to teach her son to be irresponsible. She ain't
But you know
teaching him to
what
be a
though?
man. She teaching him to be dependent on something else other than himself.
You know
Yeah, I
what
mean,
though?
that's why I read it. You know, menstruous women bring forth monsters, and that's why you see so many monsters out there. So many young men that are emotional because they, you know, because they're raised by a single mother.
That's
Go
right.
ahead. I was, yeah.
No, you straight.
I don't know what you were gonna.
I was just saying Proverbs 9:13. You know, a foolish woman
Mm-hmm.
is clamoring, she is simple and knoweth nothing. Because this woman is very
Right.
simple minded.
Yeah. She
Very,
loud and
very simple
simple.
minded.
She don't know nothing. And it's look, it's been coming up on a lot of social media podcasts and shit. Women cannot raise men. Men are supposed to be raised to depend on themselves, man,
Hold on,
not to
but wait,
depend
wait, wait,
on.
wait, wait. But can a man raise a daughter?
Of course,
According to the CDC statistics, not only is Jake the best father out of all nations, but single father households are far more productive than single mother households. I
Yeah.
bring up those
right. That's
statistics
across the
right now.
board.
I'll bring those up right now while you talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, but yeah, a woman can't raise a man, and a woman can barely raise. A woman really can't raise a family without a man because they, you know, they don't have the right moral compass for or moral direction for any family, and that's for the most part.
That's right.
Let's see. Let me. This is also Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 36 and 25, where no hedge is, their possession is spoiled, and he that hath no wife shall wander up and down mourning. So the point is, where there is no hedge, the possession is spoiled, man. This woman don't have no hedge, meaning she don't have no discipline, and she's teaching her son to not have any discipline. She's teaching her
You know what
son
that
to depend on the government when he's able-bodied to work and he actually wants to work because that's an instinct in him to earn his due. And we know that women don't when women are growing up, they really don't earn anything that they have because their value is basically,
Overinflated
yeah, well, their
in this
value is
society.
yeah, in this society, their value, well, that actually in every society, a woman's value is already given to them once they're fertile, once they're able to bear children. Men are not like that. We have to earn our value over time, you know, by the resources that we gather and our ability to well protect and provide, so to speak, you know.
Right.
I mean, in this world. But a woman's value is given to her as soon as she's able to have children. And they, for some reason, in Esau's fucked up society, they try to say men and women are the same. We're not. And she's teaching her son the values that a woman has, not the value that a man has, because she don't know the value of a man. But it's
Right.
like, yeah, it's all the way backwards. It's all the way fucked up.
I got a statistic for you. So I put that into Chat GPT, and when I asked
Mm-hmm.
Big Chat GPT, I said, "Are single father households better than single mother households?" It says, "Here's what research and data suggests: parental involvement and outcomes. Children benefit more from stable, nurturing, and which is nuclear household involving both parents, regardless of parents' gender. Studies have found no inherent advantage of single mothers over single fathers or vice versa. So they say in terms of children's child outcome, as long as the parents are emotionally and financially supported. That said, single fathers are more likely to be financially better off on average, which can correlate with better education and health outcomes for children. What you see in this situation
Well,
right
and yeah, but that's another reason why I say you can't believe everything Chat GPT says.
No,
I
no. You
mean,
can't.
because
You can't,
it
especially because
tries to be neutral, but right, it tries to be neutral, but truth be told, single father households on average do better than single mother households. The children on average growing up are more financially and mentally stable and able to navigate society better from a single father household than a single mother household, regardless of financial stability.
But yeah, they showed
In
that.
other words, a
They
single
showed that.
father will raise better people.
Yeah, they showed that to through the CDC. They proved that. It says
Yeah, yeah. These stats are out there. That's why you got to take Chat GPT with a grain of salt, or AI in general with a grain of salt.
right, because it's not the end all be all.
Yeah.
It says economic differences. On average, single fathers tend to have higher incomes and are more likely to employ full time and be employed full time than single mothers. The economic advantage can reduce stress, increase access to better schools, housing, healthcare, and which is positively affect the children. Right, and it also has a lot to do with mental health. Okay, mental
Mm-hmm.
stability, because stressful situations men handle a lot different than women do. Some
Right.
studies suggest
Right.
single gun. Some studies suggest that single mothers may be more nurturing, and that's only because when they talking about it's a baby. See what I'm saying? Which I'll get into that in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Or emotionally communicative, which emotionally communicative. Even with my children, I'm a better communicator with them. Says while single fathers might promote more independence and discipline, right? Because those are the aspects and traits that one needs to be able to survive in the real world: independence and discipline. It says, but these are generalizations often influenced more by culture and personality than gender alone. Right. It says support networks. Single mothers often have stronger social support networks, e.g., extended families, bullshit, community service, which can buffer the challenge of single parenting. Yeah, because like the brother said, their values are determined once they are fertile. You know what I'm saying? Or better yet, even prepubescent, because they always taught that they princesses and they queens and everybody's just supposed to take care of them. Can't,
Mm-hmm.
no matter if they hit them and all this shit. That Western ideology. Single fathers may face more social stigmas or lack of institutional support, but this is changing. I don't know what they mean with the institutional support. That's bullshit. Bottom line, no single father households are more inherently better than single mother. Yeah, so like I said, you got to take Chat GPT with a grain of salt.
Because
All
it's
right.
not going to tell you 100% the truth, and in some cases it'll just flat out lie when when the programmers change it away from the statistical truths.
That's right. That's which they get updated often. So that's always a trend that they do.
Yeah.
Kept me away from my dad for 26 years. You know what kept me away from him? My mom told me that my dad said I was a mistake and kept me away from my father. Every time, this been looking for me since I was a kid.
Yeah.
He's been looking for me. I finally talked to my dad. He's a good dude. My mom told me my dad has not paid child support since I was a kid. I finally meet this. He has like envelopes full of shit proof showing he's been paying child support. My mom calls me. What you doing, baby? What's going on? I'm at my dad's house. What the f you doing at the house? Didn't I say don't discuss family business? My dad bust through the door and snatched the phone. I was trying to, like, no. Like, hello? Put my son back on the phone. No, it's my son too. What do you want? Put my son back on the phone. And my dad loses it. Going in on my mom. And I'm listening to my mom. All that slapping, abuse, and beating me up, choking me when I'm on the floor, beating me with belts, wrapping hangers around other hangers. My mom turned into a 2-year-old little girl when my dad started talking to her. She talked to me like my entire life. He's yelling on the phone, you mad because I left you. And I didn't want to be with you no more. And you kept my son away from me as a weapon. Whenever my mom would get pissed off by my dad or my sister's dad, she would say, "You will never see your son again if you disrespect."
Yeah, seeing that type of shit really fucking pisses me the fuck off, dog.
Mm-hmm.
That shit really fucking does something to me being in a similar situation. And that shit is just like, can you read that one more time in Deuteronomy 28, where you said that? Yeah, please.
Deuteronomy 28 and 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
You know, look up and you see like these videos, especially like other nations teaching their child how to ride their bike.
Right. When they doing that, they're enjoying the sons and daughters that they begot. We don't enjoy our children because this system is set up to where we can't raise our children the way that we would raise our children. We can't enjoy them. You don't see a whole lot of Israelite men, especially of the tribe of Judah. You don't see a whole lot of them being a constant in their lives. And what I mean by a constant, you don't see a whole lot of Jake men actually raising their children from birth to adulthood. It's like there's always a co-parenting dynamic, and that is if you'll even be able to see your children, because you could be locked up in the court system in a battle to see your children from their mother, keeping them from the father. So, I mean, in this society, I mean, just like the curse said, you shall beget sons and daughters and not enjoy them. A man enjoy watching his children grow up. Most men, I mean, the statistics is out there. What do they say? Jake men are the most involved in their children's lives, whether they're with the mother or not. But they don't enjoy their children because they're not a constant. And then, of course, fighting back and forth with the mother of your children just to see them. Hey, that shit is crazy. Just like this video got, this dude is already grown, and he say he's talking to his father, and his mother cussing him out for finally linking up with his father after not seeing him for so long. When he have all these what do you call it? These predetermined notions of who his father is, and his father is totally different from what he thought because his mother put poison in his head about who his father was. All because she was most likely disobedient, and he didn't want to deal with her no more.
Right, she was doing too much, and he was done with her. And whatever the reasoning behind it was, he left her. He was fed up with her, and she took the children and fed their head full of, like the brother said, full of poison and shit. Or he hates you. He used to wrap hangers around the belts around the hangers to just fuck you up. Hey, dog. When that day come, and you wonder why nobody is there to help you, bitch, and I'm talking about the 2/3 of our women, it's because of shit like this.
Yeah, because this is not about hating women. It's more women just on this side. We really curse, and they are basically our enemies on this side. They are not sweet, loving, and kind and supportive like they're supposed to be. Like you notice it with other nations that for the most part, other nations women, they actually treat their men with a certain level of reverence, whether it what part fear, part love, a lot of respect. Us as Israelites, and that's all across all tribes, we don't get that level of respect from our women for the most part. Don't get me wrong, some of our women try and do their best and actually do what they can, but for the most part, the majority of our women, no, they are poison to the man. Well, what is it? As a sandy way is to a man of age, so is a loud woman to a quiet man. Most Israelite men are quiet men, and most Israelite women are loud, boisterous, and just downright disrespectful. And they will keep on testing you or pushing your buttons till you can't fuck with them no more. You don't have no choice but to leave them alone, or you know fuck them up. It's like shit.
Yeah,
And most
Javante
Jakes know the
Davis just got
consequences
locked
of
up.
that.
Javante Davis just got locked up because allegedly he punched his mama on Father's Day. What the fuck? So my mind state is automatically on. What the fuck did you do? Well, is he just aggressive? He's just a bot. No, what did you do, bitch? What happened
Right.
to make this man just? He ain't been putting his hands on you, or you wouldn't be with him. And if it
Yeah,
was,
no, he did because she the last time he got arrested, which was a couple years ago, he got arrested with the same baby mama because she put shit on his motherfucking toothbrush, and he took a picture of it and he
And
snapped
that
on it.
right there is a
Still
level of
arrested, still arrested.
disrespect that a man. I mean, what that that can get a person killed. I'm just gonna say it like that. These women don't have, for Jake men, the Jake woman don't have no reverence, no respect for Jake men.
I mean,
And
you
Javante
should
Davis is basically a man that's got, black women on social media these days, or actually Jake women on social media these days, like, hey, if he can't protect and provide, then they don't want him. This dude can do that. Yet his woman, as a form of disrespect, puts shit on his toothbrush. And if he didn't know, he'd have brushed his teeth with her shit on it.
not to mention all the health issues that can come behind that, like sepsis and all kind of shit.
Right, right. So it's like, but that level of disrespect is that's a crazy level of disrespect, you know. But
look,
we
man.
know we
Look,
under the
brother.
curses.
But look, brother. You know we just seen a dude get smacked with a mop in the face, damn
Oh,
near
that's
knocked
right.
out with a mop in the face.
Yeah, yeah. There's a level of disrespect that's, I mean, if it wasn't so fucked up, it would be comical. Like, damn, we don't as a whole, Jake men don't get no respect from their women.
Hey, Rodney Dangerfield used to say that all the time.
Right. I gets no respect.
No respect, I tell you.
Yeah.
It's
Shit.
just his goddamn tie and shit. No
Mm-hmm.
respect, I tell you. Eesh, hey man, that's Jake and a fucking egg roll. You know what I'm saying? We don't give respect, but disrespect in our culture is is something given but not received. You know what I
I
mean?
ain't gonna lie.
Mhm.
That's why you see so many videos with a lot of women going off on women, man. Because of the disrespect is high with Jake Men.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you
Mhm.
said that. That kind of leads us into the next video. I'm glad you said that. You know.
Yeah.
Tell your daughter, your son, they were born because you was trying to be vindictive and evil and nasty to your baby daddy. Here we go. You wasn't born out of love. You wasn't born because me and your dad wanted you. You were born because you were a meal ticket and your daddy had money. Tell your kid how every time you turn around, you are pulling him or her away from their daddy because you're mad at him because he don't want to do something that you want him to do. Let him cook. Tell your kid how they didn't get the quality time or the full daddy effect because you were so upset that this man didn't want you or this man is dating somebody else. Let him cook. Tell your kid how you are the reason why they don't have the relationship that they should have with their dad. I said, let him cook. Cause y'all sit and y'all do this stuff and y'all pull all these little games and play all these little games, and then y'all sit and try to act like y'all don't understand, y'all don't know why your kid don't have a relationship that they would want to have with the dad.
Basically.
Like a old boy.
Mhm.
Basically.
I mean, shit. But hey, what she is explaining is what most Jake men, especially in the Western world, go through constantly. I mean, well, hey, the trend about passport bros, man, that says it all. The Western world is fucking crazy. Women can do whatever the fuck they want in the Western world as far as disrespect and have no real world consequences according to the law. But the thing passport bros actually happened because Jake men were tired of the way Jake women were treating them. So they went to different places to find wives or relationships because the women act totally different. And of
Right.
course, they always talk about how the culture is totally different and shit. The women act totally different.
For a man to
You
have
know,
to
that's
leave
basically
a woman and traverse land and sea,
right.
leave his women to traverse land and sea to find a decent woman. That shit is, which they welcome with open arms. The other women,
Right.
it's a fucking shame, dog.
Yeah, it's a shame on the women.
On the
But
women.
that's also, that's Jake trying to escape these curses, man.
Hey, and then Jacob Vent will get with these bitches and be talking to them. Cause once a bitch start pillow talking to you, she'll be like, how come you not with black women? Then you'll get to telling her why, and they'll be like, oh shit, god damn,
Right.
like, and
Because
then
a
black
lot
women
of
to say some shit like, I hate when black men go tell white women or other nation women about us, talk shit behind our backs. We're not talking shit. They asked us a simple fucking question, and we telling you why what we had didn't work because you was this, that, and the third. Even if we had our own issues, because a lot of time men be like, I wasn't perfect, you know what I'm saying? But I certainly wasn't the motherfucker she made me out to be because of this, that, and the third, and she did this and that, and ultimately ended up with the children. And look at the state of the children that they're in now. You know what I'm saying? It's like they'll be fucked up by it, and then a black bitch will jump up and say, "Oh, niggas always running and telling bitch, you go and tell Zaddy all kind of shit. You tell white Zaddy all kind of shit. You tell that red motherfucker, you be like, fuck black men, I hate them, they ain't shit." And then you'll record it. That be the fucked up thing about it. And y'all been doing that before men had any kind of release on social media, man. So I don't even want to fucking hear that because y'all been predestined and predated to doing this type of shit way before we even fucking did it, dog. That's how fucked up this is right now. I put in, I
Mhm.
asked Chat GPT, I said, why does a mother get the children during a separation? It says historical and social norms. It says traditional mothers have been seen as the priority caregivers, especially for younger children. All right. And that's usually infant children, you know. It says courts in the past follow something called the tender years doctrine, which favored mothers for custody of young children. Though this is no longer law in most places, it still influences the outcome of in practice. Caregiver roles before separation. Courts often look at who has been the primary caregiver. If the mother handled most of the day-to-day parenting duties, feeding, schooling, medical appointments, she may be awarded custody. Yeah, y'all could have been and did that shit together, like me and my demon, and they still gonna do it according to the tender years doctrine. This isn't about gender; it's about demonstrated involvement. And you know, Chat GPT full of bullshit for saying that because it's not true. It's about gender. Children's best interest standards. Judges consider facts like, and that's what they changed it to. They changed it from the tender years doctrine to the best interest of the children. It says judges consider factors like stability and continuity of care when a father actually has more stability than a woman does, unless she gets all of these government handouts which are being taken away from her. It says the emotional bond between the child and each parent, the child's routine, home and school, life, each parent's ability to support the child's physical and emotional needs. Mothers may often come out ahead if they are seen as more aligned with these areas. Again, not because they aren't mothers, but because of their caregiving history. And that's their mind state. That's the mind state right here that this country has because of their caregiving history. Of course, when that child is a baby, a lot of the infant care that goes to that child will come from the mother. That doesn't justify the rest of the years that child is, you know, growing up and developing. That the woman is supposed to keep the care over the child. All of that is bullshit. Because at the end of the day, a woman cannot show a man how to be a woman. I mean, damn, Slakia.
You
She can in this
trying to say,
society.
huh?
A woman cannot show a young man how to be a man, but a man has a better chance of showing a young woman how to be a woman because he can teach her how to be a wife. And having that knowledge of what a wife looks like, she has a better chance of pleasing her husband. Because a lot of these women don't know how to be a good wife, so they can't transfer those values into their daughter. In many separations, parents agree that the mother will have primary custody. That's usually with Esau, either because of tradition or because the father feels it's in the child's best interest. And that's usually with Esau. If the father doesn't contest custody, the mother may end up with it by default. Bias still exists in some cases, in most cases, while the legal system aims to be gender neutral. It's fucking bullshit. Implicit bias can still influence decisions. Some judges or professionals may still assume that young children, that young children are better off with their mother, with their mother, especially the absence of a strong argument to the contrary. In other words, if you ain't got no lawyer, you don't have a strong argument, a good lawyer. Mothers don't automatically get custody, blah, blah, blah. All of that is horse radish. All of that is horse spackle. You know what I'm saying? Because we know it to be a lie. And once the woman,
But you know what mothers do a lot.
what's
You
that?
know what? But people don't think about that. Mothers do a whole lot. They commit crime. They commit a crime a whole lot and never be accounted for it. Meaning that mothers have been doing it for centuries. They have been doing they have been kidnapping the kids first before they have to go to court or anything like that. If they're living together with their husband, the first thing they do is behind their husband back, they kidnap the kids. They take the kids. It ain't no different from when my mother kidnapped us. She didn't
Right.
just take us to another city. She took us to a whole nother state.
Right. Well, it goes back to what the brother said, you know, when he read Deuteronomy 28, how, you know, the separation should go where you shall not enjoy your children, they should be taken from you, you know, loosely translated. Yeah. They'll go to a whole nother fucking city on your ass. Like that, like what you saying.
They'll go to a whole nother state.
Yes. And then, like that brother said as well, when he pointed out how his father had a stack of these motherfucking letters that proved that he'd been paying child support, you know? And then you get shit like this. Son reveals his mom became his motherfucking dad. Son reveals his mom became his dad.
Mom became my dad. When I was younger, I called him my mom. I started calling him my dad when I was like probably in middle school. He's always there for me whenever I need something. When he went through his process, I was 11 years old.
How did your dad first broach the topic of transitioning with you?
He asked me how I'd feel about it, and I said, if you want to be my dad, you can be my dad because you already dress like a boy anyways. And don't let anyone bring you down. Just do what you want to do.
We went through counseling for 5.5 years, you know, and I think it's very important for a lot of trans people in general to put their children in counseling, to get them more understanding of what they're getting themselves into, because not everybody is going to accept you right away. It was best for him to give me the opportunity to have a choice, or him have a choice, and together we both made one, and his choice was first, and then I accepted it.
God damn. Fuck. This is what I'm talking about, dog. And don't nobody else do that more than you so-called black, 2/3 of our black, so-called black women, dog. Fuck. This nigga sitting up here looking like Mo 3 and shit. Talking about, oh, I gave you the choice. I gave him the choice. And did you give him the choice to know who the fuck his father was? I bet you didn't fucking do that. It's bad enough we got these bitches out here during Father's Day running around saying, oh, the mothers is claiming to be the fathers on Father's Day. Like, you don't see fathers being like, well, I'm the mother and the father, so praise me. No.
Right.
Yeah,
you don't see single fathers doing that.
No.
That shit is crazy. That's just women that don't want to play their role.
They don't even know they fucking role. Look at this. They're boxing with them. Look at this. Like he would actually, like she would act. You know, this shit is, it gets more and more embarrassing every fucking day, dog. Can you read that Micah 7 and 10, please?
Micah really? 7 and 10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
Bitch, you're gonna get trodden down because you've shown yourself to be a fucking enemy. This is the type of shit that an enemy does. Not only am I gonna withhold you from your father, I'm gonna become your fucking father. This nigga beard growing in better than this bitch beard growing in better than a lot of men. You know what I'm saying?
I'm becoming wow. The lowest they'll scoop to, man, for their happiness, man.
Right. This bitch got a whole pussy in her drawers right now. Got a clit, got a pussy, have a period, probably got a pad in right now. I'll be
He wants to
honest, I
become
don't give a
a
fuck, dog. I really don't give a fuck about offending somebody because I'm tired of being offended and acting like we ain't supposed to respond properly. Like, fuck that.
Right.
Look at this shit, dog. This motherfucker look like Mo 3, dog. Or something like that, like a fucking artist. Because I can't fucking believe this, dog. I can, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised. As a nigga once said, I am not surprised. But at the same time, every day I wake up, it's more shit that I see like this that our women do against our men. That just becomes we are the fucking we can't be nothing but the laughing stock of the world because of our women, dog. Our women represent us. And so this is the universal image that other nations have of the so-called black man, and starting with the black man on down to the native and the Latino man. This is the image that they have. This is why they don't respect us, because they let the other nations look like, man, you ain't got your bitch in order. Like, oh, hell no. Even though Jake could go over there and his bitches would be sticking to them like flies on shit, they'll still say shit like that. But at the same time, they do have a point. They got a fucking point. Cause this shit is so embarrassing, dog. I don't even look a black bitch in her eyes half the time. I'm out in the world. And she do the same to me because we understand what's happening right now. The state that our men and our women are in. It's a mutual
understanding. Even down here, we be seeing every once in a while we see a white man about 6'2", 6'3", wearing a motherfucking dress with lipstick on.
Yeah. And muscles.
All heads in the mud.
Motherfucker have muscles and a beard.
Yeah.
And if you get in a fight with this nigga just might take your ass. You might wake up with your booty hurting. You know what I'm saying? If you lose, nigga. So, it's a lot on the line when it comes to shit like that. You ain't got, look, that's not a fight I can lose. I'm fighting a nigga that look like Isaac Hayes in a dress and shit. I gotta come out on top because I might not wake up the same. That's a fucking reality. Nigga wake up a nigga putting carrots in your ass like 2 extra and shit. 4 extra. I said 2 extra.
That's because he lost 3. Hey, the Lord had judgment on that dude. The Lord had judgment on that dude, man.
Yeah, he did. He fucked that nigga up because he's been a tyrant and the Most High. He's just getting started on that nigga, man.
Mm-hmm.
I went through a divorce. And so after the divorce happened, I got a letter from my daughter. I was moving into a new home. And the day I moved in and got my keys, she went and picked out the room that she wanted in the new house. And she opens up a folder and she hands me a letter. And then she slouched down on the floor and started crying. I opened it and I read it, and it was telling me the story of her being sexually molested by someone that we knew. It was,
This bitch said somebody that we knew. Oh, you remember Charles and shit. We both was cool with this nigga. Some nigga that we knew. Bitch, you mean the nigga that you was sucking on? That you was letting stroke your ass and your pussy? I gotta say it like that. I don't give a fuck what nobody feel, dog. I gotta say it like that because that's how that shit go down. You was sticking it all in your goddamn throat, slapping it on your face and your glasses and shit, and then turning around and while your motherfucking ass was asleep, he was going there fucking with your daughter, dog. You can't fix that shit. Because this nigga didn't have no fucking place place around them in the first place. And for you stupid bitches that want to sit back and you want to fucking sit back and say, oh, well, you know, a person's history don't matter because a nigga want to ask you your body count. You stupid as a motherfucker because your history do matter. Because would you fucking have a pedophile around your daughter? If you knew he was a fucking pedophile, I don't give a fuck how big his damn dick is. I don't care how pretty his feet is, as y'all bitches say, how handsome this nigga is, how much money he got. Would you allow that motherfucker to be around your daughter? Because he gonna fuck you and put you to sleep, and he gonna wait till your ass to sleep. He gonna be laying up, his eyes open, dick hard, so he can slide in there and fuck with your daughter, dude. And that shit happens so fucking much, dog. It make me sick. All because of, and it's bad enough of the times where it's the fucking father that's doing that shit. But it ain't as much of the father as it is when a woman goes off and she fucking has a boyfriend that does the shit.
Yep, but you know, it ain't always because the daddy wanted to be in that child's life either. But I do got something in Hosea. It's gonna be
she didn't chose. She gave her body over to a reprobate nigga, as the scriptures say. The wicked woman is the portion of a wicked man, and it also talks about children being born on the bed of adultery. You wicked bitch. You chose this wicked nigga, and y'all conceive this child on the bed of adultery, and now they gotta suffer because y'all wasn't shit. Salakia, go ahead. Which in the end, ultimately, they was worthy of it because guess what? Through reincarnation, they did something to be worthy to be brought up in this condition, unfortunately. Go ahead, Salakia.
This is Hosea chapter 2, starting at 1. Say ye unto your brethren, Ami, and to your sisters, Ruamah. Plead with your mother, plead, for she is not my wife, neither am I her husband. Let her therefore put away her whoredoms out of her sight, and her adulteries from between her breasts, lest I strip her naked, and set her as the day that she was born, and make her as a wilderness, and set her like a dry land, and slay her with thirst. And I will not have mercy upon her children, for they be children out of whoredoms. For their mother hath played the harlot, she that conceived them have done shamefully. For she said, I will go after my lovers that gave me my bread and my water and my wool and my flax, mine oil and my drink. Therefore, behold, I will hedge up thy way with thorns and make a wall, and she shall not find her paths. And she shall follow after her lovers, but she shall not overtake them. And she shall seek them, but shall not find them. Then shall she say, I will go and return to my first husband, for then was I better with me than now. For she did not know that I gave her corn and wine and oil, and multiplied her silver and gold, which they prepared for Baal. Therefore will I return and take away my corn
that was separated to you. Right, us as a nation, being Israelites, and even all the way down to the average Jake man and his wife, this man that prepared all of these things for you to live comfortably until you decide that you're not happy, because over 70% of the women initiate divorce in a marriage, and the marriage rate is basically, the divorce rate is 56% or above. You get disenchanted, and everything he set up for you to live comfortably, you have to continue providing that lifestyle when the separation comes. Whether you have another man or not, he still has to provide that. He done laid these things up for you. What was that part that said they laid it up for you? And
it says, for their mother have played the harlot, she have conceived and have done shamefully. For she said, I will go after my lovers that gave me my bread and my water and my wool and my flax and my oil and drink. So basically, She going after her lovers that gave her bullshit, not realizing it wasn't her lovers that prepared all that shit for her. It was her first husband.
Right. Because she takes
But
these
you
things,
know, it go,
and she basically leveled up off of her first husband, or the first man that provided these things, whether it be financially or whether it be mentally. Because these men
right.
we in a relationship, we install these things into your woman as a leader, so she can know the program. She take the things you teaching and the things she learned from you, and she take them to her next relationship. And so niggas think that they
Right.
getting
Right. Women basically, they think they're getting a come up by going after another man and shit, not understanding that the things that she was all the things that she had was provided by her first husband. Then she find out that she fucked up and try to go back. But when she go back, her first husband ain't giving her nothing no more. He took away all the things that he gave her, and she find herself alone in the wilderness. You know, I ain't read that part yet, but I was getting to that part, you know.
right.
But hey, but that's basically what happens. And you know, and it's basically on two levels, because it's talking about the children of Israel. But you can equate it to the daughters of Israel as well, because that's what happens. That's why when a woman fucks around and gets with a man and then play the harlot like she did, and shit happens to him, hey, it happens because of that reason. It happens because you left your first husband, and your first husband ain't gonna want you back after you become defiled, as that story was about to go into.
Right, you go and you suck a whole bunch of other dudes off. You ride the cock carousel, niggas is busting nuts up in your vagina, and then you want to come back after you realize you fucked up. I'm talking about
Right,
not just
after
one
you're
or
not
two
getting all the
dudes.
benefits no more.
Right, and I ain't talking about just one or two dudes. Matter of fact, she done did things that she never did with you. When she come back, she's more experienced. She done niggas that was having anal sex with her because you didn't do it. These niggas is having anal sex on a regular with her. They having her suck his rod while, and I know this because we've all been through it. We've all been made into villains. Or while the dude is driving and shit, she'll explain to you how she suck on his rod while he was driving, but she ain't never did that to you. Or she'll tell you something that she experienced with another man that y'all ain't never did before or after the situation. Before y'all separated, and after y'all may have separated and she's trying to come together again. They'll feel comfortable enough to tell you about these experiences with other men and expect you to view them in the same fucking light. Like you're gonna sit there like, oh shit, oh, he blew his load in your mouth. Oh well, that's what happens, you know. But you know, I love you. No. This
Yeah, basically
motherfucking
it
man,
don't work that way.
no. Oh, he was just fucking with your ass and skeeting in your ass, and you was going to work, fart and cum. I have heard these things, dog. Not talking from like a what if experience. I'm talking about from first hand experience. Like what? Yeah, but you know, I was straight though and shit. It was just what? You had to change your panties because what? Damn, dog. Now you supposed to keep waking up kissing this bitch in her mouth and having the same fucking, you know, loving view of her. No, that land is greatly polluted. Whether it came before you or whether y'all trying to reconcile, it's a fucking wrap. You would never see her the same again. Salaki, you go ahead, Art. My bad.
Well, shoot, I mean, we pretty much got out the point. You can play the next video.
Okay. I'm gonna finish this one right here.
of her being sexually molested by someone that we knew. It was, my ex and things like that I had just moved on from. And so I was just kind of flabbergasted. I was shocked. I didn't know what my next move was supposed to be or how I was supposed to comfort my child. I picked her up off the floor and, I hugged her and I was just like, okay, we're going to deal with it. We're going to talk about it and things like that.
Talking about it, it's too fucking late. She's experienced it. The same nigga that like to make you give head, like he used to suck on his rod when he was, goddamn it, when this nigga was eating cereal. He eating honeycomb. He was sucking on his rod. And used to do all that freaky little shit that you did for him while he just goddamn laying, he's sitting in his goddamn watching the game, you giving him a hand job, all of that weird shit that he liked to do with you. He did that shit with your daughter. There's no fucking conversation you can have with her. Y'all both experienced this man in the same ways because of your impotence, because of your fucking foolishness. You fucked that child. That child is fucked up for life. And the only way she could communicate that was by giving you a motherfucking letter after you just moved on. Yeah, bitch, you moved on, but she would never move on from the shit that happened to her. And that's what often happens when these women leave and take your children and get with these other niggas. These niggas, man. Then you end up with
I wish I would have aborted you. You the reason I can't keep a man right now. You're the reason they always leave.
Hello.
I haven't heard from you. You don't even call and check up on your mama or nothing.
Mama, what you want?
The doctor told me that I had cancer. And I only have 6 months or less to live.
I'll pray for you.
You're my only son, and you treat me so bad. You're going to pay for that, Jay. I promise you.
Seems like you the one paying now. I mean, you are the same woman that told your only son that you wished he was dead. And you always put every man before me, let me starve, while you could stake for all these men. Mama, you never loved me. You never even cared about me. So you better be lucky that I'm praying for you, because you don't deserve shit.
Honor thy mother. You going to hell, Jay.
I see you there.
Hey, he already there. He already been in hell. Since he woke up on a daily basis, you was degrading him. He looked ugly like his daddy and all kind of shit. Since day one, you've been busting him down. He been in hell. And that trauma that he carried on from his childhood into his manhood is still there.
Hey, did you see, did you see the story with the that just came out? I think I just seen it today with the white dude with the purple hair. He went in the room, he woke up and went in his mom's room to say something to his mom, and his mom was fucking her son, the oldest son.
Oh yeah, I saw that shit. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, the fucking eating them dirty ass Edomites. Yeah, I saw that shit. Called the police and they came in up.
Terrible.
Yeah, he came in and then the son tried to fight him and shit. Called the police. Son took off and came back later. This stupid old bit. Like, I mean, damn, dog. Like, bro. I mean,
that's fucked up.
So when they try to make it seem like men are these predators and all the fucking time and shit, these women sexually abuse these children as well. And where it doesn't happen as much, there's more women on the planet than men. So I would have to think that it does, especially when you view this insatiable behavior that these women have towards sex. They have more access to sex.
I wouldn't doubt it. It's several times more, only because they cover up the sins of a woman way more than the crimes of a man.
Correct. I agree with you. can't see it, it says the mother held on $250 million bond after her 3 kids were found living in a home filled with garbage and human
feces.
Yep, you can probably see it better than me. Mother allegedly abandoned kids for 3 years and dropped off food weekly. I mean, and they'll be like, well, men have done it too, but this is happening more frequent with women.
That's sad, man, honestly.
Accused of abandoning her 3 children home alone in horrific conditions for years, appearing in court today. Our Jordan Burroughs, he joins us now live from the 50th District Court in Pontiac. Jordan, what's the latest?
Lauren literally just left the 50th District Court right now, and I can't really downplay just how disgusted Honorable Rhonda Gross was with the alleged actions of the mother, Kelly Bryant. She set Kelly Bryant's bond at $250 million. And she says if Bryant is able to pay that bond, she is not allowed to have any communications with her family. You're now looking at the mugshot they were able to get of Kelly Bryant. She is 34 years old.
The fact that they even still have a bond posted, I don't care how much it is atrocious.
And she is facing 3 charges, that is 3 counts of first-degree child abuse. She allegedly neglected her children in her home for years. What you're looking at now, or about to look at too, these images are graphic, but these depict the living conditions that Kelly Bryant's 3 children were allegedly living in. The living conditions of a 15-year-old boy and a 13 and 12-year-old girl. Mold, human waste throughout the house, garbage piled as
13 and 12 most likely had periods. Don't even know what to do. All because she prioritized her happiness. Look how stupid this bitch looks in the fucking mugshot. Like, well, she got that well, shit. Look. Well, damn. Well, shit. I don't even want to talk to y'all. I just, no accountability. Look.
as high as 4 feet. We heard overflowing toilets. Even the deputies said that the children reportedly were covered in feces. This happened back on Valentine's Day on a house on Lydia Lane in Pontiac after a landlord had called deputies to check in on them. We heard from them that Kelly Bryant hadn't checked in with the landlord since this.
So this is her, y'all. This is the woman that thought it was okay to leave her 3 kids by themselves between the ages of 9 and 11 years old to go run off and be.
Once again, she got that zero accountability look on her face. That bitch don't give a fuck either. She was fucking good wherever she was at. She was eating good. Had a bunch of stamps that she ain't have to spend like that on them, because whatever food she was dropping off was some bullshit, some Pop-Tarts and some fucking pizza rolls and shit. I'm sure.
With a man. Allegedly, that's what she went to do. She went to a whole new state. She said that she left the kids with food and had a family member, some unknown family member, which I want to know who this family member is, drop off food at the kid's house or at the house, right? But no hygiene products, no toilet paper, no tissue, no toothbrushes, no toothpaste, none of that, no soap. And she decided that that was okay and not to in any way call anyone's TPS, no one to come get these kids, not even leave the kids at the fire department. This is absolutely disgusting. But yeah, y'all, this is her. Her name is Kales, I believe. Hey, he say Kales on FB.
There she go. You see them big, long, goofy ass goddamn claws on this bitch. You see her gripping these raggedy ass titties and shit. That's all she prioritized her happiness over her family, which we see far too often.
So yeah, this is just really sad. This happened out of Detroit, Michigan.
Of course.
I'm not sure 100% where the kids are now. I think they are safe, but they said that they came into the house and it was very, very heartbreaking. The scene was heartbreaking. Like there was number 2 everywhere.
Shit everywhere. Motherfucking shit everywhere by this funky ass bitch is somewhere sucking dick over state lines. But they ain't gonna say that's reverse sex trafficking or nothing like that. But you know, this is the reality. This is the mother trap that's been established in this country for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Natives more than not. Don't start looking for they start looking for the alternative. Oh well, you do have this percentage of men that do it and go fish out these video. I'm not saying they don't. But on the regular basis, when people ask why these little niggas and these little bitches is all fucked up, it's because of majority of these women in single parent households that were doing their best, but the only thing that they proved to do was seek their happiness and put it over the neglect of the children and not seeing the outcome of what that neglect was until they were older. And then they sit back with their hands up like they don't know what's wrong with these motherfuckers, like old girl pointed out and shit earlier. I don't know why they just crazy as a motherfucker and just got blickies with the switches on them and they just shooting niggas in their face. I don't know why. But he was in this fucking, grew up in a house full of shit and piss. And you didn't grew up in a fucking household where your brother then got beat to death by your Edomite boyfriend. And then you have to fucking watch him die and then decompose in that motherfucker to a skeleton. Smell it, see it, witness it. And then after all of that is said and done, you get rescued from this motherfucking household to a fucked up ass ruthless system where they probably just gonna molest the fuck out of them and shit wherever they sit household they send them to until they find a decent place where they not getting fucked up as much. And you wonder why these niggas out here sliding day and night. You got to be out your fucking mind, dog. This is why. And the majority of it comes from 2/3 of single women households. Period. Because you outnumber men and you have these situations happen more frequently with women.
Man, look, they said that King Von's mother is they call her the death widow or the death trap or some shit. Death something. But basically, every man she was with was killed. Even her own, even King Von's dad, when she was with King Von's dad, he was killed. Even her own son was killed.
You know what? In the Apocrypha, I'll try to find
every
that.
man she get where they end up being murdered.
Well, in the Apocrypha, there was a demon. What was that in?
It was in Baruch, I think, or
yeah.
Tobit. It was either Baruch or Tobit.
I think it was in Tobit. And, you know, the woman basically had it to where she had a demon on her.
Yeah, every man that came near her would die.
Yup, they would go into her or try to go into her.
Yeah.
And they would fucking die. You know, and that's the same demon that was probably on King Von's punk ass mama. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And she wasn't shit.
She's a real, don't get into it. She's a real pretty lady.
She gotta be. She a snare. A snare can't be no real ugly bitch. Real ugly, overweight bitch with a loose vagina. It can't be that.
Nope.
A snare gotta be something enticing.
Right. She got a real nice looking body and everything. Like she, yeah, man, it's a curse being with her.
And you know, a snare has to be something enticing because it's bait to lure motherfuckers in. You can't expect to catch no prime prey with some bullshit ass bait. Niggas trying to catch a shark, but they got a motherfucking goldfish on the line. Nigga, you need some chum, a big piece of meat or whatever the fuck it is. It's bloody and all of that to attract the shark.
Mhm.
You know. This is Isaiah 50, 51 and 20. It says, "Thy sons have fainted; they lie at the head of the streets as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of Yahweh and rebuke of thy God." A bull in a fucking net is going nuts, dog. You ever seen a bull in a goddamn net? That nigga is bugging out because he's confused. He don't know what the fuck is going on. And it's gonna make all kind of crazy ass noise. Let's go to the NLT with that. Isaiah 51 and 20. "For your children have fainted and lie in the streets, helpless as antelopes caught in a net. The Lord has poured out his fury. God has rebuked them." And that's what you see now is these children from this extremely adulterous generation getting rebuked by the Heavenly Father because they gotta die. That's basically what he's saying. Hey, they just set aside to die. They set aside for the sword. It says, "Therefore hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and the Most High that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand a cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again." See, we at the ends of this. This is why it's so bad. We at the dregs. The dregs is some shit which my demon and her family call the daddy parts. If you ever get to some juice or a little bit of something left in a bottle or a jug or something, they call it the daddy parts. You know what I'm saying? That's the dregs of something. We at the bottom end of this motherfucker. This is why it's so goddamn out of control. It says, "But I will put them into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground, and as the street to them that went over." Motherfucker been walking. These boots was made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. And then one day these boots are going to walk all over you. That's we always been the mire. We always been getting walked over. That's why don't nobody take the so-called black man seriously, because our representation is fucked up coming through our women, and then the dudes that they do have out there that they have represented us is always showing their teeth. Niggas that chucking and jiving and shit. Our image is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And the only one that can make it more favorable again is the Heavenly Father and His Son.
Right. It's the only way. That's the only way out.
Yeah.
Right. Because how the hell is that? How the hell how Bashem Yahushua got to come, because how the hell is people like Jesse Jackson and motherfucking Al Sharpton and Creflo Dollar the representatives of our community?
The leaders, yeah.
Right. The leaders of this people cause them to err. Hey, these curses, hey, long as we still here, we're gonna be under these curses. But it's almost time's almost up.
Well, you have the dregs of this shit, nigga.
Right.
What's the pastor that they just caught with Diddy?
What you talking about? TD Snakes?
Yeah, TD Jakes. These are the so-called leaders of our community.
Well, yeah, leaders of niggas.
Right.
Shit, the so-called blacks.
Right, because the scripture said that he would give you pastors that will feed you. Pastors of a flock that will feed you. Right now,
Right.
these pastors that you have, they feeding you bullshit. And if you keep feeding somebody bullshit, they're going to be unhealthy, obese. Y'all niggas is unhealthy and morbidly obese in the spirit. Y'all niggas got spiritual diabetes and shit. Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, or thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord has created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. And the word compass means to go around. Because Esau has set up a system where they have no accountability until they do something extreme. They are able to continually go around the man, which was originally, it's kind of like if you are in the military, you have to go handle shit according to the chain of command, or you'll get cussed the fuck out. I can't just go to a colonel and tell on my captain, hey, colonel, this nigga is, they'll be like, even if it's a legit situation, they'll be like, they'll address it, but you'll get in trouble because they're gonna be like, nigga, you're gonna look crazy either way because you didn't go to the chain of proper command. And that man is an integral part of that chain of command that they are compassing.
Yeah, because I know somebody that worked at my job, right? Or that worked the job I work, and I told him to stop acting like them Edomites love him. They don't care nothing about you. When you at work, all you're here to do is work and go home. You don't care about nothing else. But he didn't listen, and he tried to tell the higher boss on our boss, his boss. He tried to tell the higher boss on our boss, and he ended up getting fired.
Got your ass, nigga. You didn't follow that proper chain of command. You fall out of that proper chain of command, the people at the top, they do imagine they try to go, the Most High had it set up for Moses to be the top of the chain of command, and Laban came in and set it up to where it went through, captains of tens, hundreds, and thousands all the way up to Moses because they couldn't handle it. Just imagine the nigga saying, fuck the captain, I'm gonna go straight to Moses. Moses gonna cuss you the fuck out. You might, the Most High might take your life. You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality of the situation. And this is the last of anything I'm gonna show. Real short, but it's straight to the point because it makes sense. Salaki, that's Satan. All right, hold on. Let me reload the page.
I had something that a lot of people on my block didn't have. I had a mother that cared for us, and I had a father. The importance of a father, a man that is there. And when my father died, he said, if you ever want to know me, get to know my father. Whenever you miss me, I'm in that book right there. So sometimes at night when I can't sleep because my daddy gone, I pick that book up and those words scream to me. As my father talking to me. My daddy, Howard Wayans, was a man. So much so that my daddy raised kings. You know, we are successful because we was raised right. We had a mother that loved us and a father that protected us and respected, and we had something to answer to besides them, God. My parents did a great job. How do you get all these successful children? Because my daddy taught me a scripture in the Bible, honor thy mother and father, for thy days on this earth will be longer. The scripture is just about being grateful and honoring. I honor my parents now with my walk. As a father, I honor them. I take care of my kids. I'm a man. I am a man. My brothers are men. My father raised good men.
This is Joshua 4 and 5. And Joshua said unto them, pass over before the ark of Yahweh your God into the midst of Jordan, and take ye up every man of you a stone upon his shoulder, according unto the number of the tribes of the children of Israel, that this may be a sign among you, that when your children ask their fathers in time to come, saying, what mean ye by these stones? Then ye shall answer them, that the waters of Jordan were cut off before the ark of the covenant of Yahweh. When it passed over the Jordan, the waters of Jordan were cut off. And these stones shall be a memorial unto the children of Israel. Point blank, what it means is you ask the fathers are set aside to teach the children about this law, statutes, and the commandments. That's an argument that me and my demon had. She always trying to teach them the Bible the way she was taught it, and it's stupid. It's fucking dumb. And I'm trying to raise my children according to the truth, which that was their foundation, was in the truth since they were born. So now you're trying to just teach them this Lord and this Christ and all this goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the motherfucking day, the father has the job, the task of teaching the children about Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Period.
All right.
This is our job. This is our duty as men. And if a man is not present, that portion of that child's life will always be missing. All right? That's the end of it, you know.
And while we in this kingdom, we can't fulfill our duty as fathers because, hey, one of the curses say we wouldn't enjoy our sons and daughters. So, you know, all the more reason to pray to get out of this place, man.
That's right. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So as a man, when we out here trying to figure out what makes a man, that is what makes a man. Not how many bitches you can fuck, not how many niggas you can kill, not how much money you can make to be determined a so-called high value man. A high value man is determined based off of that, the conclusion of the whole matter, which is the whole matter is life. Why am I here? Fear God, keep his commandments, and this is the whole duty of man. And if a man does that, he can teach his son how to be a man and live and actually have a household that has a strong foundation and the Most High and his son, Yahweh Yahushai, which is a productive household, even in Babylon. But like the brother said, it's I did a lesson years ago, and it was called a man. It's damn near impossible for a man to be a righteous father in this kingdom. So that's why we look.
I put it to you this way: women had this stigma back in the days, even to this day, they had this stigma about that. When the kid went to jail, when the kid got older, they end up either going to jail or being jumped and beat up real bad or something, he come back home or whatever, they always blame it on the dad for not being right.
Right. Right.
How the fuck do you blame it on a father for not being there for your kid going out sliding every night? Your kid learning how to shoot other kids and all that type of stuff. Your kid don't know how to read good and all that. But
Right.
you blaming it on the father not being there.
Oh, and Benjamin Clark, I don't know if you are still watching. Salakia, yes, you are correct. But yeah, I just wanted to bring up some of the. I apologize for falling off on the post and stuff like that. But Benjamin Clark, we appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? We really do, because this is something that's not spoken on enough, unfortunately. You know, and the ones that suffer in silence are us. You know, and then our sons, and then our daughters, and they wonder why mental health is so bad amongst men. We know it's bad amongst women because they are able to make their own choices, and they tend to often make the wrong choices in this wicked kingdom. Period. You know. So hey, this is what it is. But understand that we are needed, we are desired, and the worse things get, the more a man, a father, will be appreciated in these times to come. So, I pray you were edified, man. Y'all got anything else?
No.
No, that was about it.
All right, so, hey, stay circumspect. Like I said, pray you were edified. Get your household in order and make preparations for the times to come in the spirit, not financially. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and highest honors to Yahweh,
Hashem.
Yahweh Shai, Hashem Ruach HaKodesh. All right, and we pray that this word makes a difference. Other than that, we pray the Lord receives it, and we will prophesy to the wind. So the next time, we appreciate that, Benjamin. We appreciate those words of encouragement. I wish I would have caught them earlier. I apologize for that. But outside of that, to the next time, we bid you shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.